Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello everyone, my name is Sidqi Arasyid and I'm a sixth, eighth grader, and now I will tell you about street food around the world. So there is many street food in this world, like in Japan, in Korea, in Indonesia, in India, and many countries that have their own street food. Okay, the first thing I must tell you is what is street food. So, street food is a ready-to-eat food or drink sold by a hawker or vendor in a street or other public place such as market and fair. It is often sold from a portable food booth, food cart or food truck and meant for immediate consumption. Some street food are regional, but many have spread beyond their region of origin. Most street food are classed as both finger food and fast food, and are cheaper on average than restaurant meals. According to 2007 study from the Food and Agriculture Organization, 2.5 billion people eat street food every day. Today, people may purchase street food for a number of reasons, such as convenience to get flavorful food for a reasonable price in a sociable setting, to try ethnic cuisines, or for nostalgia. History. Small fried fish were a street food in ancient Greece. However, Theophrastus held the custom of street food in low regard. Evidence of a large number of street food vendors was discovered during the excavation of Pompeii. Street food was widely consumed by poor urban residents of ancient Rome whose permanent homes did not have ovens or hearths. Here, chickpeas, chickpea soup with bread and green was and grain paste were common meals. In ancient China, street food generally catered to the poor. However, wealthy residents would send servants to buy street food and bring it back for them to eat in their homes. A traveling Florentine report in the late of 14th century that in Cairo people brought picnic clothes made of rawhide to spread on the street and sit on while they ate their meals of lamb kebabs, rice, and fritters that they had purchased from street vendors. In Renaissance Turkey, many crossroads had vendors selling fragrant bites of hot meat, including chicken and lamb that had been spit roast. In 1502, Ottoman Turkey became the first country to legislate and standardize street food. Aztec marketplace had vendors who sold beverages such as atoli or a gruel made from maize dough, and almost 50 types of tamales with ingredients that range from the meat of turkey, rabbit, gopher, frog, and fish to fruits, eggs, and maize flour, as well as insects and stews. Spanish colonization brought European food stocks like wheat, sugarcane, and livestock to Peru. However, most commons continue to primarily eat their traditional diets. Imports were only accepted at the margins of their diet. For example, grilled beef, hard sold by street vendors, some of llama in 19th century, street vendors such as Erasmo de Negro Sengo vendor and Na Agudela are still remembered today. During the American colonial period, street vendors sold oyster, roasted corn ears, fruit, and sweets at low price to all classes. Oyster in particular were a cheap and popular street food until around 1910, when overfishing and pollution caused price to rise. Street vendors in New York City faced a lot of opposition after previous restriction had limited their operating horse. Street food vendors were completely banned in New York City. By many women of Africa, this can meet their living selling street food in America in the 18th and 19th centuries, with products ranging from fruit, cakes, and nuts in Savannah to coffee, biscuit, furnace, and other sweets in New Orleans. Cracker Jack started as one of many street food for food exhibit at the Columbian Exposition. In the 19th century, street food vendors in Transylvania sold gingerbread nuts, cream mixed with corn, as well as bacon and other meat fried on top of ceramic vessels with hot coals inside. French fries, consisting of fried strips of potato, probably originate as a street food in Paris in the 1840s. Street foods in Victorian London include tripe, pea soup, pea pots in butter, whelk, prawns, and gilled eels. Street food culture in China was first developed in the Tang Dynasty and continued to evolve over millennia. Street food continues to play a major role in Chinese cuisine with regional street food generating a strong interest in culinary tourism. Because of the Chinese diaspora, China's street food has had a major influence on other cuisine across Asia and even introduced the concept of a street culture to the other countries. The street food culture of Southeast Asia was established by coolie workers imported from China during the late 19th century. Ramen, originally brought to Japan by Chinese immigrants about 100 years ago, began as a street food for laborers and students. However, it soon became a national dish and even acquired regional variation. In Thailand, street food was commonly sold by the ethnic Chinese population of Thailand, but it did not become popular among native Thai people until the early 1960s. Because of rapid urban population growth, by the 1970s, it had displaced home cooking. The rise of the counter-tourism and industry is also contributed to the popularity of Thai street food. In Indonesia, especially Java, traveling food and drink vendor has a long history, as they were described in temples' bas relief dated from 9th century, as well as mentioned in the 14th century inscription as a line of work. During colonial Dutch East Indies period, circa 19th century, several street food were developed and documented, including satay and dawet or cendol, street vendors. The current population of Indonesia figure street food culture is contributed by the massive urbanization in recent decades that has opened opportunities in food service sectors. This took place in the country rapidly expanding urban agglomeration, especially in Greater Jakarta, Bandung, and Surabaya. Okay, the first country that I will tell you about the street food is Korea. The first street food in Korea is tteokbokki. Tteokbokki or street fried rice cake is a popular Korean food made from small-sized garoteok or long, white, cylinder-shaped rice cakes called tteokmyeon or rice cake noodles, or commonly tteokbokki or tteokbokki rice cakes. Yeomuk, fish cakes, boiled eggs, and scallions are some of the most commonly added ingredients in the most typical form, while the latter is less common and sometimes called gungjong tteokbokki or royal pork tteokbokki. Today, variations also include curry tteokbokki, cream sauce tteokbokki, jajang tteokbokki, seafood tteokbokki, galbi tteokbokki, and so on. Tteokbokki is commonly purchased and eaten at bunch keep or snack bars, as well as pojangmacha or street stalls. There are also dedicated restaurants for tteokbokki. where it is referred to as Jigsaw tteokbokki or impromptu tteokbokki. History. The first record on tteokbokki appears in Seojeonso, a 19th century cookbook, where the dish was listed using the archaic spelling tteokbokki. According to the book, tteokbokki was known by first name including tteokjim or steamed rice cake, tteokjapchae stir-fried rice cake, and tteokjeongo rice cake hot pot. The royal court version was made from white tteok or rice cake, sirloin, sesame oil, soy sauce, scallions, rock tripe, pine nuts, and toast and ground sesame seeds, while the savory soy sauce based tteokbokki was made in the head house of the Papyeongyun clan, where good quality soy sauce was brewed. In this version, short ribs, among others, was a common ingredient. The name tteokbokki also appears in the revised and enlarged edition of Jusen Yori Jogo, where it is described as a soy sauce-based savory dish. It is believed that red spicy tteokbokki with gochujang-based sauce first appeared in the 1950s, when Ma Bok-lim participated at the opening of Chinese restaurant. She dropped tteok accidentally and ate it and thought upon it was delicious. After that, she started to sell it at Sindang and it became tteokbokki these days. Today, the typical tteokbokki purchased and eaten at bunchkip or snack bars and pojangmacha street stalls are red and spicy, while the soy sauce-based non-spicy version is referred to as gochujang tteokbokki or royal court tteokbokki. Rice tteok gained in as the South Korean economy developed, and various versions of the dish have proliferated there and around the world, as it was a folksy food for working class people. Wheat tteok was often substituted for rice. Varieties. Like other types of popular food, tteokbokki went through various fusions. Boiled eggs and pan-fried mandu or dumplings were traditional added to tteokbokki. Variation. Ingredients such as seafood, short ribs, instant noodles, chewy noodles are also added to the dish. Hamyeol tteokbokki or seafood tteokbokki use seafood as a sub-ingredient. Galbi tteokbokki or short ribs tteokbokki is a tteokbokki uses short ribs as an ingredient. Raw tteokbokki or instant noodle tteokbokki and jol tteokbokki, chewy noodles tteokbokki are quite similar. They both add noodles to tteokbokki. Rabokki and jolbokki differs from the kind of noodles added to tteokbokki. Rabokki adds ramyeon noodles and jolbokki adds chewy noodles which are used to make jolmyeon. Jeongseok tteokbokki. Jeonggol or hot pot type tteokbokki is called jigseok tteokbokki or on the spot tteokbokki and is boiled on a tabletop stove during the meal. A variety of add-ons such as vegetables, mandu or dumplings, and ramyeon or udon noodles are available at jigseok tteokbokki restaurant. As jigseok tteokbokki is usually a meal rather than a snack. Bokkeumbap or fried rice is also a common end of meal add-on. Variation based on sauce. Non-soy sauce or chili paste based tteokbokki sauce has also gained in popularity. There are some well-known variations. First, it is curry tteokbokki. Curry tteokbokki is roasted by yellow Korean style curry. It uses curry powder, which includes a lot of turmeric component, which make it healthier than other variation. Second one is cream tteokbokki. Cream sauce tteokbokki is made with idea of cream pasta or carbonara spaghetti. Cream sauce and bacon are used instead of gochujang and fish cake. Another well-known variation is jjajang tteokbokki, which uses jjajang sauce instead of red pepper paste. Gochujang tteokbokki. Frequent red gochujang-based tteokbokki is one of Koreans' favorite snacks. Both soupy gungmo tteokbokki or soup tteokbokki and dry gyereum tteokbokki or oil tteokbokki are commonly enjoyed, while the former is considered as the prototype. In gungmo tteokbokki, A kelp and coffee stock is often used to bring out the savory flavor. Gochu, gochujang garu or chili powder is often added for additional heat and color, while muriat or rice syrup helps with sweetness and consistency. Engomuk or fish cake, boiled eggs, and diagonally sliced scallions are common addition to the dish. In Girium Tawaki, the mixture of gochujang garu or chili powder, soy sauce, sugar, and sesame oil often replace gochujang or chili paste. Soft sticks are seasoned with the sauce mixture, then stir-fried in cooking oil with a handful of chopped scallions and served. Tongan Market in Jongno, Seoul is famous for girium tteokbokki. There are also many variations in gochujang tteokbokki. For example, there is pearl leaf tteokbokki, originally gochujang tteokbokki, and other. Ganjang tteokbokki. Sweet and savory brown sauce-based tteokbokki is often referred to as Ganjang tteokbokki, royal court tteokbokki. Its history dates back to a royal court dish before the introduction of chili pepper, which happened in the Joseon era, around 17th and 18th centuries. The earliest record of Gongjong tteokbokki was dated in the 918. A cookbook called Seojeonseo, having a taste similar to japchae or stir-fried glazed noodle and vegetables. It was enjoyed by the royal as a banchan and as a snack. Although traditional tteokbokki was made with soy sauce, which is the traditional and was the only type of soy sauce in the pre-modern Korea. Sweet regular soy sauce has taken its place in modern time. Other traditional ingredients such as sirloin or short ribs, sesame oil, scallions, rock tripe, pine nuts, and toast and ground sesame seeds are still commonly used in modern Gongjang tteokbokki. Other ingredients such as mung bean sprouts, carrots, onion, dried Korean zucchini, garlic, and pyogo mushroom are also used frequently. The dish is usually served with egg garnish. Cheese tteokbokki. Cheese tteokbokki, a variant of tteokbokki, refers to food that is placed on the top of complete tteokbokki or has cheese in it. When chewed, it combines rice cake with cheese, which gives you a strong sense of it. It is sold in snack bars and it's easy to be at home. And depending on individual taste, it can be eaten with green tea powder, herb powder, sesame, parsley, and other. Giriam tteokbokki. Giriam tteokbokki is a variety of tteokbokki that is stir-fried in oil and served with little sauce. This style is most famously found in Seoul Tongan Market, where visitors can buy coins, which in turn can be used to purchase food from various vendors around the market. U.S. Secretary of State John Kerry, who visited Korea in February 2014, sampled giriam tteokbokki at the Tongan Market. Okay, the next food is and then the next street food is Korean fried chicken. Korean fried chicken or KFC is called chicken from the English chicken. In Korea refers to a variety of fried chicken dish from South Korea, including the basic varied chicken from the English fried chicken and spicy yang chicken or seasoned chicken. In South Korea, fried chicken is consumed as a meal, an appetizer, anju, or a food that is served and eaten with drinks or as an after-meal snack. Korean fried chicken differs from typical American fried chicken because it is fried twice. The skin is therefore crunchier and less greasy. Furthermore, Korean-style chicken is not characterized by the cracks and crusty not associated with American Fried Chicken. It was described by Julia Moskin of the New York Times as a thin, crackly, and almost transparent crust. The chicken is usually seasoned with spice, sugar, and salt. Prior to and after being fried, Korean fried chicken restaurants commonly use small or medium-sized chicken. These younger chickens result in more tender meat. After trying, the chicken is usually hand-painted with sauce using a brush in order to evenly coat the chicken with a thin layer. Pickled radish, beer, and soju are often served with Korean fried chicken. History. History. The concept of frying chicken in Korea has its beginning during the Korean War, when American troops stationed in South Korea during the late 1940 and the early 1950. Traditionally, Korean steamed chicken for consumption and chicken dish usually came in soups and broth. This all changed, however, when Americans began placing stalls selling soul food American fried chicken, focusing on the four areas of Seoul, Busan, Pyeongtaek, and Songtan. The modern trend of eating chicken began in Korea during the late 1960s, when Myeongdong Center in Seoul began selling whole chicken roast over an electric oven. The first Korean fried chicken franchise, Lim's Chicken, was established in 1977 in the basement of Shinsegae department store, Chungro, Seoul, by Yu Seok-ho. Yu stated that his idea of selling smaller individual pieces of fried chicken in Korea came along in 1975 when he went to go study abroad in the United States. He began frying chicken there and received accolades for creating ginseng chicken. He started his business in Korea with 6 pieces of fried chicken between 281 to 331 and sold around 900 pieces at his beginning career. The well-known variety with spicy coatings, also known as Yangyo chicken, had its history began in 1982 by Yang Hee-kwon, who was running Pelicana chicken at Daejeon. He noticed that customers in his restaurant were struggling to chew on the hard, crisp layer of the fried chicken, and led to inconvenience such as scraped palates. Yang decided to pull a twist on the traditional fried chicken to soften the hard shells of the chicken and appease more Korean customers by marinating it sweet and spicy. Yang stated it despite of the spicy flavor. The very first Yangnyeom chicken did not include gochujang as one of the marinating ingredients. In recent years, owing to market saturation in Korea, many of Korean major fried chicken chains such as Mexicana Chicken, Genesis Barbecue, Cochin Chicken, and Pelicana Chicken have expanded to set up new presence in the United States, China, Canada, and Southeast Asia. Okay, the next street food is Korean grilled cheese lobster. So this is a lobster that grilled in top of an coal, and then they add some mozzarella cheese on top of it, and then they use some can that can use fire, and then melt the cheese in top of the lobster. The next street food is odeng. Odeng or fish cake is a food item similar to croquette, consisting of filled fish or other seafood with potato patty, sometimes coated in breadcrumbs or butter and fried. Fish cake, as defined in the Oxford Dictionary of Food and Nutrition, are chopped or minced fish mixed with potato, egg, and flour with seasonings of onions, peppers, and sometimes herbs. The fish cake has been seen as a way of using up leftover that might otherwise be thrown away. In Miss Beaton's 19th century publication book of household management, recipe for fish cakes calls for leftover fish and cold potatoes. More modern recipes have added to the dish, suggesting ingredients such as smoked small salmon and vegetables. Fish cake can be made by the combination of fish paste and surimi. The fish paste is usually a combination of salt, butter, flour, and eggs. The combined products is then shaped and left to cool. They are battered and breaded using a machine. Then they are usually fried with oil at around 180 Celsius and should reach the internal temperature of 75 Celsius. After the cooking process, they are frozen and packaged and are kept frozen until use. The world fish cake eating champion is Cara Potts, who devoured 42 fish cake in 1 minute. The next street food is tornado potato, or in Korea called horigamja. So, tornado potato, also called twist potato or tornado fries, are a popular street food in South Korea. Originally developed by Jeong and Seok of Agriculture Theory Inc., it is a deep-fried spiral out wall in potato on a skewer, brushed with various seasonings such as onion, cheese, or honey. Some varieties have split sausage in between. And then the next street food is gimbap. Gimbap is a Korean dish made from cooked rice and other ingredients that are rolled in gim, dried sheets of nori, seaweed, and served in bite-sized slices. The dish is often part of a meal or dosirak to be eaten at picnics and outdoor events. It can serve as a light lunch along with the muji, yellow pickled radish, and kimchi. It is popular takeout food in South Korea and abroad, and is known as convenient food because of its portability. It is usually well wrapped traditionally with aluminum foil, but now sometimes in paper and does not have any liquid ingredients. History: production of gim in Gyeongsang and Jeolla province is recorded in books from the 15th century, such as Gyeongsang-do Jinji and Shinjang-do Gokyoji. Eating cooked rice rolled in gim is also a long-standing Korean custom. During Sidqi, a Joseon book from 1819 describes a dish called buksam. There are two conflicting versions of the origin of the modern form of gimbap. Some sources say it was derived from norimaki, a Japanese sushi firm introduced to Korea during the Japanese occupation. Others say the food was developed from the local tradition of rolling bap, cooked rice, and banchan, side dishes in gim. Ingredients and preparation. Gim and bap are two basic components of gimbap, while short grain white rice is most commonly used. Short grain brown rice, black rice, or other grains may also serve as the filling. Some varieties of gimbap include cheese, spicy cooked squid, kimchi, luncheon meat, or spicy tuna. The gim may be brushed with sesame oil or sprinkled with sesame seeds. In one version, sliced pieces of gimbap may be lightly fried with an egg coating. Fillings vary often with vegetarian and vegan option. Popular ingredients include the muji or yellow pickled radish, ham, beef, imitation crab meat, egg strips, kimchi, bulgogi, spinach, carrot, burdock root, cucumber, canned tuna, and coconut or perilla leaf. To make the dish, gim sheets are Toast over a low heat, cooked rice is lightly seasoned with salt and sesame oil. Then vegetable and meat ingredients are seasoned and stir-fried or pan-fried. The toast grain is then laid on a gimbal. A bamboo gimbal roller with a thin layer of cooked rice placed. Evenly on the top, other ingredients are placed on the rice and rolled in a cylinder shape, typically 3 or 4 centimeters. In diameter, the rolled gimbal is then sliced into bite pieces. The next street food in Korea is mandu. So, mandu are dumplings in Korean cuisine. Mandu can be steamed, boiled, and fried or deep fried. The styles also vary across regions in the Korean peninsula. Mandu are a long part of Korean royal court cuisine, but are now found in supermarkets, restaurants, and snack places such as Pojangmacha, which keep throughout Korea. History: Mandu are believed to have been first brought to Korea by Yuan Mongolians in the 14th century during the Goryeo dynasty. The state religion of Goryeo was Buddhism, which discouraged consumption of meat. Mongolian incursion into Goryeo relaxed the religious prohibition against consuming meat, and mandu was among the newly imported dishes that include meat. Varieties: if the dumplings are grilled or fried, they are called mandu. When steamed, mandu, and when boiled, mandu. In the North Korea, mandu styles vary in different regions of the country. Mandu, it means boiled mandu. Mandu is a pan-fried. It's derived from mandu to mean pan dumplings. It's sometimes called by its Japanese name, yakimandu. Mandu. It's steamed either in a traditional bamboo steamer or modern version. Gulin mandu, or called gul mandu, is a variety of mandu in a bowl shape without a covering. It is mainly eaten in summer. Wang mandu is a bun stuffed with pork and vegetables, similar to Chinese bozi. Okay, the next street food is bulgogi. Bulgogi, from Korean bulgogi, literally fire meat, is a gul, Korean style grilled or roast dish made of thin, marinated slice of beef or pork grilled on a barbecue or on a stove-top griddle. It is also often stir-fried in a pan in home cooking. Sirloin, ribeye, or brisket are frequently used cuts of beef for the dish. The dish originated from northern area of the Korean peninsula, but is a very popular dish in South Korea, where it can be found anywhere from upscale restaurants to local supermarkets as a pan-ready kits. History: bulgogi is believed to have originated during the Goguryeo era, 337 before centuries, and around 668 centuries, when it was originally called makjok. With the beef being grilled on a skewer, it was called neobini, meaning thinly split meat. During the Joseon dynasty, and was traditionally prepared especially for the wealthy and the nobility. Preparation and serving. Bulgogi is made from thin slices of sirloin or beef. Before cooking, the meat is marinated to enhance its flavor and tenderness with mixture of soy sauce, sugar, sesame oil, garlic, ground black pepper, and other ingredients such as scallions, ginger, onions, or mushrooms, especially white button mushrooms or matsutake. Pears and onions are often used as tenderizers. Sometimes jalapeno noodles are added to the dish. Bulgogi is traditionally grilled, but pan cooking has become popular as well. Whole clove of garlic, sliced onion, and chopped green peppers are often grilled or fried with the meat. The dish is sometimes served with a side of lettuce or other leafy vegetable, which is used to wrap a slice of cooked meat, often along with a dip of samjang or other side dishes, and then eaten together. in popular culture. Bulgogi is served in barbecue restaurant in Korea, and there are popular flavored fast food hamburgers sold at many South Korean fast food restaurants. The hamburger's patty is marinated in bulgogi sauce and served with lettuce, tomato, onions, and sometimes cheese. Okay, the next street food is jjajangmyeon. Jjajangmyeon is Korean noodle dish topped with a thick sauce made of chunjang, diced pork, and vegetables. A version of the dish used seafood. Seafood history: Jjajangmyeon dates back to 1905, but it was introduced in Gyeongwon, a Chinese restaurant in Incheon, Chinatown, run by immigrants from the Shandong province of China. The restaurant is now Jjajangmyeon Museum. Although the name Jjajangmyeon is congruent with the Chinese dish Zhejiangmian, Korean Jjajangmyeon differs in many ways. Yang Chen, an associate history professor at the University of California in Irvine, argued that although the dish began as the northern Chinese noodle and grilled pork dish Zhejiangmian, it is truly Korean. Preparation and serving: Jjajangmyeon use thick, handmade or machine-pulled noodles made from wheat, flour, salt, baking soda, and water. The sauce jjajang is made with fried chunjang with other ingredients such as soy sauce and oyster sauce, meat, usually pork but sometimes beef, seafood, usually squid or shrimp, fragrance, scallions, ginger and garlic, vegetables, usually onions, zucchini or Korean zucchini or cabbage, stock and starch slurry. When served, jjajangmyeon may be topped with julienne cucumber, scallions, egg garnish, boiled or fried egg, blanched shrimp, or stir-fried bamboo shoot slice. The dish is usually served with danmuji, yellow pickled radish, sliced raw onions, and chunjang sauce for dipping the onions. Variation of the jjajangmyeon dish include ganjjajang, banjjajang, unijjajang, and samcheon jjajang. Ganjjajang is a jjajangmyeon with a dry sauce made without adding water and starch slurry. The letter gan comes from Chinese pronunciation of the letter meaning dry. Jjajangmyeon made of stir-frying the parboiled noodles with the sauce in a wok and served on a plate instead of in a bowl. Jjajangmyeon means plate in Korean. Unijjajang. Jjajangmyeon made with ground meat. The word uni derived from the Korean reading of the Chinese word rauni, meaning ground meat. Although yoni is not word in Korean, the loan word uni is only the dish name unijjajang. Is likely to have been derived from Chinese immigrants' pronunciation of the Korean reading of the word, with the dropping of coda k or the Korean phonetics, which is difficult for native Mandarin speakers to pronounce. Samcheon jjajangmyeon, which incorporates seafood such as squid and mussel. The word samcheon derived from the Korean reading of the Chinese word sanxian, meaning three fresh ingredients. There can be combination, for example, samcheon ganjjajang may be referred to as seafood jjajangmyeon made without adding water. Okay, this is the last street food that I tell you in Korea. So we'll move to the next country, and it is Japan. The first street food in Japan is takoyaki. Takoyaki is a bowl-shaped Japanese snack made of a wheat flour-based batter and cooked in a special molded pan. It is typically filled with minced or diced octopus, taco, tempura scraps, tonkatsu, pickled ginger, and green onion. Takoyaki are brushed with takoyaki sauce, similar to Worcestershire sauce, and mayonnaise. and then sprinkling with green lever, onori, and shavings of dried bonito. There are many variations up to the takoyaki recipe. For example, ponzu, soy sauce with dashi and citrus vinegar, bunadare, sesame and vinegar sauce, or vinaigrette dashi. Yaki is derived from yaku, which is one of the cooking methods in Japanese cuisine, meaning to fry or grill, and can be found in the names of other Japanese cuisine items such as okonomiyaki and ikayaki. Takoyaki pan. A takoyaki pan, or much rarely takoyaki nabe, is typically a griddle made of cast iron with a half spherical molds. The heavy iron evenly hits the takoyaki, which are turned with a pick during the cooking process to pull the uncooked batter to the base of the rounded cavity. Commercial gas-fueled takoyaki cookers are used at Japanese festival by street vendors. For home use, electric version resemble a hot plate. Stovetop version are also available. Okay, the next street food is yakitori. Yakitori is a Japanese type of skewered chicken. Its preparation involves scouring in the meat with kushi, a type of skewer typically made of steel, bamboo, or similar materials. Afterwards, they are grilled over a charcoal fire. During or after cooking, the meat is typically seasoned with a tare sauce or salt. Preparation. As they designed for convenience and portability, the yakitori are typically cooked using step-by-step methods. Traditionally, it was accomplished using portable charcoal grills. It is the method most often employed by yatai. However, restaurants may use stationary grills and depending on the situation, higher quality be content charcoal. At home, appliances known as takujo or mini grill or yakitori or yakitori device are used. Yakitori are small electronic appliances that use a heating element similar to that of a broiler or toaster to cook the food placed on top. To facilitate even cooking, the meat is cut into small, roughly uniform shapes and then skewered with kushi, after which the yakitori are seasoned and cooked. Charcoal is the preferred method of cooking as it produces high heat and strong flames while giving off the little to no water vapor. This allows for the ingredients to cook quickly while imparting a crunchy texture to the skin. White gas and electrical heat source can be used. They do not develop the same aromas or texture or as charcoal cooked yakitori. Seasoning. Yakitori seasonings are primarily divided into two types, salty or salty sweet. The salty type usually uses plain salt as its main seasoning. For the salty sweet variety, tare, a special sauce consisting of mirin, sake, soy sauce, and sugar is used. Other common spices include powdered chili pepper, shichimi, Japanese pepper, black pepper, and wasabi according to one's taste. Okay, the next street food is ikayaki. Ikayaki, or baked or grilled squid, is a popular fast food in Japan. In much of Japan, the term refers to simple grilled squid topped with a soy sauce. The portion of squid served may be the whole body, rings cut from the body, or one or more tentacles, depending on the size. Ikayaki is served in many izakayas, and a grilled tentacle on a stick is popular at Japanese festivals. The item ikayaki may refer to a style of squid pancake that is regional specialty in Osaka. This pancake style is prepared like folded crepes and made of chopped squid, hot dog, or custard sauce, and sometimes egg, and is cooked and pressed between the two iron plates. The popularity of this style of ikayaki is partly due to its speed, as it only takes a minute to cook this way. The snack part of Hanshin department store, Maeda, Osaka, is famous for its ikayaki. Ikayaki is also commonly served on the street at the beach. It should not be confused with takoyaki, which are spherical octopus dumplings also from Osaka. The next street food is yakisoba. Yakisoba literally fried buckwheat, is a Japanese noodle stir-fried dish. Although soba means buckwheat, yakisoba noodles are actually made from wheat flour and are typically flavored with a condiment similar to oyster sauce. The dish first appeared in food stalls in Japan during the early 20th century. Preparation: yakisoba is prepared by frying ramen style with noodles, also called Chinese noodle, with bite-sized pork and finally chopped vegetables like cabbage, onions, bean sprout, and carrots. Then flavored with yakisoba sauce, salt, and pepper. It can be served with a variety of garnish such as onori, benishoga, katsuobushi, and mayonnaise. Serving: yakisoba is mostly familiar served on a plate either as a main dish or a side dish. Another popular way to prepare and serve yakisoba in Japan to pile the noodles into a bun sliced down the middle in the style of a hot dog, and garnish the top with mayonnaise and shreds of pickled ginger. Called yakisoba pen meaning bread, it is commonly available at convenience store. Sometimes Japanese udon is used as a replacement of Chinese style and soba called yaki udon. This version was started in Kitakyushu or Kokura in Fukuoka Prefecture. In Okinawa, yakisoba is popular with Okinawa and U.S. service members stationed on the island alike. After the 1945 hostilities ended on Okinawa, the U.S. military command supplied American food products to the Minoritarian residents. Yakisoba was prepared from spaghetti, spam, ketchup, and available vegetable, usually canned, and mayonnaise. Mess halls and other on-base eateries often serve yakisoba. Chopped hot dogs are a popular addition to yakisoba made in Okinawa. In addition to other meats such as ham, chicken, and pork. The next food is okonomiyaki. Okonomiyaki is a Japanese savory pancake containing a variety of ingredients. The name is derived from the word okonomi, meaning how you like or what you like, and yaki meaning cook, usually fried. Okonomiyaki is mainly associated with Kansai or Hiroshima areas of Japan, but is widely available throughout the country. Toppings and batters tend to vary according to the region. In Tokyo, there is a semi-liquid okonomiyaki called monjayaki. Kansai area. Kansai or Osaka style okonomiyaki is the predominant version of the dish. Found throughout most of the Japan, the batter is made of flour, grated nagaimo, a type of yam, water or dashi, eggs and shredded cabbage. And usually contains other ingredients such as green onion, meat, generally the pork belly, often mistaken for bacon, octopus, squid, shrimp, vegetables, konjac, mochi, or cheese. Okonomiyaki is sometimes compared to an omelette or a pancake and may be referred to a Japanese pizza or Osaka soul food. Some okonomiyaki restaurants are grill-it-yourself establishment where the server produces a bowl of raw ingredients that the customer makes and grills at tables fitted with a pan or special hot plates. They may also have a dinner-style counter where the cook prepares the dish in front of the customer. Variants: when served with a layer of fried noodles, either yakisoba or udon, the resulting dish is called moderniyaki, the name of which may be derived from the English word modern, or as contraction of moridakusan, meaning a lot of, or filled high, signifying the form of food from having both noodles and okonomiyaki. Nagiyaki is a thinner version of okonomiyaki made a great deal of scallions, comparable to Korean bajian and Chinese green onion pancakes. Okay, the next street food is tempura. Tempura is a Japanese dish usually consisting of seafood or vegetables that have been battered and deep fried. The dish was influenced by fritter cooking techniques introduced by Portuguese residing in Nagasaki in the 16th century, and the name tempura relates to that origin. Preparation: batter. A light batter is made of ice water. Sometimes sparkling water is to keep the batter light, and soft wheat flour, cake pastry, or all-purpose flour. Eggs, especially egg yolk, baking soda or baking powder, starch, oil, and/or spices may also be added. The tempura batter is traditionally mixed in small batch, using chopstick for only a few seconds. Leaving lumps in the mixture that along with the cold batter temperature result in unique fluffy and crisp tempura structure when cooked. The batter is often kept cold by adding ice or by placing the bowl inside a larger bowl with ice in it. Overmixing the batter will result in activation of wheat gluten, which causes the flour mixture to become soft and dough, like when fried. Especially from the tempura flour is available in worldwide supermarkets. This is a generally light, low gluten flour and occasionally contains leaveners such as a baking powder. Tempura generally does not use breadcrumbs, panko in the coating. Generally, fried foods which are coated with breadcrumbs and are considered to be fried. Japanese invented Western-style deep fried foods such as tonkatsu or ebi fry. Frying, thin slice or strip of vegetables or seafood are dipped in the batter. Then briefly deep fried in hot oil. Vegetable oil or canola oil are most common. However, tempura was traditionally cooked using sesame oil. Many specialty shops still use sesame oil or tea seed oil, and it is thought certain compounds in these oils help to produce light, crispier batter. The bits of batter known as tenkatsu are scooped out between batches of tempura so they do not burn and leave a bad flavor in the oil. A small mesh scoop is used for this purpose. Tenkatsu are often reserved as ingredients in other dish or as a topping. Ingredients: various seafood and vegetables are commonly used as ingredients in traditional tempura. Serving and presentation. Cooked bits of tempura are either eaten with dipping sauce, salt without sauce, or used to assemble other dish. Tempura is commonly served with grated bacon and eaten hot immediately after trying. In Japan, it is often found in bowls or soup of soba or udon soup, often in the form of shrimp, shiso leaf, or fritter. The most common sauce is tensuyu sauce, roughly 3 parts dashi, 1 part mirin, and 1 part shoyu. Alternatively, tempura may be sprinkled with sea salt before eating. Mixture of both powdered green tea and salt or yuzu and salt are also used. Kakiage is a type of tempura made with mixed vegetable strips, such as onion, carrot, and burdock, and sometimes including shrimp or squid, which are deep fried as small round fritters. Tempura is also used in combination with other foods. When served over soba, baked noodles, it is called tempura soba. Tensoba tempura is also served as a donburi dish, where tempura, shrimp, and vegetables are served over steamed rice in a bowl and on top of udon soup. The next street food is mochi. Mochi is a Japanese rice cake made of mochigome, a short-grain japonica glutinous rice. The rice is pounded into paste and molded into the dessert shape. In Japan, it's traditionally made in a ceremony called mochitsuki. While also eaten year-round, mochi is a traditional food for Japanese New Year and is commonly sold and eaten during that time. Mochi is a multi-component food consisting of polysaccharides, lipids, protein, and water. Mochi has a heterogeneous structure of amylopectin gel, starch grains, and air bubbles. This rice is characterized by its low level of ambiguous amylose starch and is derived from short or medium grain Japonica rice. The protein concentration of the rice is higher than that of normal short grain rice, and the two also differ in amylose content. In mochi rice, the amylose content is negligible, and the amplopectin level is high, which results in its gel-like consistency. Mochi is similar to dango, but it's made using pounded whole grains, while dango are made of rice flour. Seasonal specialties. New Year. Kagami mochi is a New Year decoration, which is traditionally broken and eaten in a ritual called Kagami Biraki, mirror opening. Zuni is a soup containing rice cakes. It is also eaten on a New Year's Day. In addition to mochi, zuni contains vegetables such as taro, carrot, honeywort, and red and white colored kamaboko. Kinako. Mochi is traditionally made on a New Year's Day as an emblem of luck. This style of mochi preparation involves roasting the mochi over a fire or stove, then dipping it into water, finally coating it with sugar and kinako. Springtime. The cherry blossom, sakura, is a symbol of Japan and signifies the onset of full-fledged spring. Sakura mochi is a pink colored mochi surrounding sweet anko and wrapped in an edible salted cherry leaf. This dish is usually made during the spring. Children's Day. Children's Day is celebration in Japan on May 5. On this day, the Japanese promote the happiness and well-being of children. Kashiwa mochi and chimaki are made especially for this celebration. Kashiwa mochi is white mochi surrounding a sweet anko, filling with a cashew oak leaf wrapped around it. Chimaki is a version of a dango wrapped in bamboo leaf. Girls' Day. Ishimochi is a ceremonial dessert present as a ritual offering on the days leading up to Hinamatsuri, or Girls' Day in Japan. Hishimochi is rhombokish-shaped mochi with layers of red, green, and white. The three layers are colored with jasmine flowers, water caltrop, and bukuan. Traditional preparation. Traditionally, mochi was made from whole rice in a labor-intensive process. The traditional mochi pudding ceremony in Japan is mochitsuki. First, polished glutinous rice is soaked overnight and steamed. The steamed rice is mashed and pounded with wooden mallets in a traditional mortar. The work involves two people, one pounding and the other turning and wetting the substance. The mochi, they must keep a steady rhythm or they may accidentally injure each other with the heavy kine. The sticky mass can be eaten immediately or form into various shapes, usually a sphere or a cube. Modern preparation. Mochi is prepared from a flour of a sweet rice. The flour is mixed with water and cooked on a stovetop or in the microwave until it forms a sticky opaque white mass. This process is performed twice, and the mass is stirred in between until it becomes malleable and slightly transparent. With modern equipment, mochi can be made at home with the technology automating the laborious dough pounding. Household mochi appliances provide a suitable space where the environment of the dough can be controlled. The assembly line section is in mochi production controlled three aspects. First, viscosity or the product's chewiness by selecting specific species of rice. Second, consistency of the dough during automated pounding process. Third, size. Fourth, flavorings and fillings. Variety of glutinous and waxy rice are produced as major raw material for the mochi. The rice is chosen from tensile strength and compressibility. One study found that in Kantomochi rice 172 and BG3 amplification distribution occurred and affected the hardness of mochi. Kanto mochi rice produce harder, brittle, grainy texture, all undesirable qualities except for ease of cutting. Mass production, the rice variety should be chewy but easy to spread. Okay, I has tell you all of the. Okay, I have told you all of the street food, but I can tell you in other country because the time is limited. Okay, that's all for me. Thank you for watching this video. Like and subscribe. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.